Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, and hey now. Hour number 2 of the line, Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. John Bird, there goes my microphone again. I, I actually talked to engineering about this, and he said, I hope it's not the cord because that thing's built in, which is going to that's going to cause some problems. I just got to remember not to touch the microphone. And I have not heard any other host complain about it, but, it's probably just a me thing at the end of the day. So, anyway, at this time, I have a very special guest, and I mentioned this a couple days ago. My good friend Joe Lee from Mandu in the house. Joe Lee, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. I'm gonna just look at that. We're gonna have you on camera and everything else.
Wow.
When's the last time you've been on camera on a live stream?
Well, I was a radio, television, and film major in college.
Really? Let me move this microphone. Just get as close to that microphone as you want.
So I did some live shots
Mm-hmm.
about 30 years ago.
Okay.
The big blue eyeshadow and blonde hair.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where was this at? What city?
Amarillo, Texas.
Really? Okay.
It was big time.
I bet.
I got called for like the 2 a.m. fires.
Whoa, that's no fun.
No.
That is because I am not a morning person. Because
Yeah.
if you notice, like every single Mandu session I've ever done, I don't.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in the mornings at Mandu.
It's crazy busy. Well, you're there when it's crazy busy too.
It is. It is busy from time to time. We slowed down a little bit over the past couple weeks, but that was due to spring break and a lot of people were out of town. But it's always good. And I will say the one thing about Mandu is when you walk in, it's always smiling faces.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever
It's
in a bad
fun.
mood.
It
Everybody
is
loves
fun.
it. Everybody loves it. So you are one half of Mandu with your husband Paul,
Yeah.
who is, as we know, is a big friend of mine.
Yes.
And the audience knows this. I mean, how much I love Mandu and how much it's done for me is just.
You're a poster child.
I kind of am.
You are.
Sometimes I don't even have the words to describe like what it's done for me. I say the thing. I think one of the most notable things was not that long ago, probably 3-4 months ago, when I went to the doctor and I was just going to get a physical because I had that stint where I was, I'd have like a weird feeling in my chest or whatever, and then I'd suffer a panic attack because I
Right.
thought something was wrong.
Right.
And I thought to myself, well, if I just go get a physical and have a doctor say, oh, your levels are good and everything else, that'll give me peace of mind, which it did. And so I went in there and I did it. And I didn't really have any expectations about what they were going to tell me. But he came back and he said, yeah, all your levels are good. Everything looks good. And I thought, I've never heard that before from a doctor.
Really?
It's always been, well, this is
cholesterol.
Yeah, this
blood
is a little
pressure.
high. We're going to have to put you on blood pressure medicine and this, that. And I'm like, I've never had a doctor come to me and be like, "Oh, your levels are great."
Wow.
It was a weird feeling, and
So you're normal.
I'm normal thanks to Mandu, and it's done wonders for me because I went into it with no expectations whatsoever. I think you guys invited me through Steve.
What year?
Steve
What
came
year was that?
2021.
Really?
No, 2022 was the end of I think November of 22.
So you're 3.5 years in.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was me and Bird both that went. Did you went with me for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I videoed it. Or at
Yeah,
least
we've
part of it.
got an interesting video.
I'll have to find that and send it to you.
Oh, that would be funny to watch.
And so we went in, and I had no expectations whatsoever.
It's so hard to explain, isn't it?
It really is. And so we go in, and they walk us through it and everything else, and I'm doing it, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And by the time I got done, I was like, when can we come back? This is great. Now, at that point, I didn't understand what the results were going to be, because I'm the new guy. I'm just being told what this does. And it was mere weeks before I started noticing a difference, in particular in my arms and signs of definition. I was like, dang, this really works.
You have guns.
I have guns. So I guess my question would be, how did you and Paul even come across the concept of Mandu?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. I was working at home. We lived in Franklin, Tennessee at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't remember who Kathy Lee Gifford is.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I figured you'd be too
I think
young.
John Bird probably dated her at one time.
Shut up.
And she had come back to that morning show for some reason. I don't remember why, but they kept saying, "Show your guns, show your guns." I'm like, what are they talking about? And she threw her sweater off and she showed her guns. I'm like, wow, because she lived in Franklin, Tennessee too at the time. And so she said she spelled it out. It's spelled so weird, Manduu. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try it. So I tried it. Paul was like, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And so I just kept doing it. And then one night we were watching TV, and he said, "Show me your arm." He's like, "Oh my gosh, you have guns.
Yeah.
You've never had guns." So he tried it, got hooked, and then he was like, he was ready to retire from IBM after 30-something years.
Oh, wow.
And so we were like, let's move to Birmingham. We already knew some people here.
Yeah.
So it was kind of on a wish and a prayer.
Well, what was the idea for Birmingham? Like what? But outside of knowing people from here, what else led you to Birmingham?
Well, Tennessee was already spoken for because they were already in Memphis and they had 3 in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lake house here in Alabama, so we already met a bunch of people from Birmingham.
Gotcha.
So, and it's the busiest studio in the country. Birmingham
Is it?
It's crazy busy.
Yeah.
So it's been a good thing. It's been a blessing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Does Paul ever try to take credit for being the one to come up with the idea to start Mandu?
Of course. Of course he does.
Like, no, it was me. I was the one that said it was a great
I'm
idea.
the Mandu, man.
But it is, man. And
It's life
just-
changing. I was
it is.
35. I was 35 pounds heavier when I started.
Really?
It comes off. Comes off slow. It came off slow for you too.
It did. On it, and just in full transparency, I was, because you deal with this thing where you're building muscle, which does add weight to you. So while you will be simultaneously losing weight, you're gaining muscle, so you may not see it on the scale at
Right.
first.
But you feel it.
But you feel it, and where I really saw a difference, like where you, because mentally you want to see that number on the scale change.
Right.
No matter what you see in the mirror, you're still like, I want to physically see that number change.
You were hyper focused on that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are. So when I did that for a while, and it was working great and everything, but I was like, I'd really like to see that number change. Well, I just simply started doing 30 minutes on the treadmill 2 to 3 times a week, just kind of keeping a straight schedule.
That's when it really started coming off.
And I mean, it started dropping like crazy. And, during that period, I think I dropped, 40, 45 pounds in a very short amount of time. And when you start dropping that weight, that definition with the muscle that you've built starts showing even more.
I know.
Because it's, it's starting to show off and show out.
But for us girls, though, we don't want big guns.
You guys have different
We
objectives.
do. I want to be toned. I don't want to be, big muscles.
Yeah.
So don't you think about half of the people in there are women?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, y'all always talk about for the guys, but for women, it just makes you feel stronger and balanced. Because I'm hitting 65 pretty soon. So
Yeah.
I got to start focusing on some
Oh,
of that stuff.
that's a young, spry 65. That's
Yes.
nothing.
That's nothing. So you have to start focusing on balance, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. It just makes you feel better, doesn't it? Like, you just feel good. after
It
you
really
do it.
does. I mean, even walking out after a session,
I'm so glad you did it.
we just every time, because you'll have days where you're like, I don't really feel like it. I know it's only 15 minutes, but I'd really like
Gotta
to
change
just
my clothes.
Yeah, I'd really like to just leave work and go straight home. And then you're like, but I'm going to do it anyway because I know my trainer's going to call me and be like, where you at and everything else. So you go, you do it. And by the time it's over, you look at your trainer. And I do this all the time. I say, I'm so glad I made the decision to come in
Me
today.
too. Same.
It makes such a difference.
You do 3 times a week pretty religiously.
I do. Lately, my schedule's been a little wacky, but I don't know that there's ever been an instance where I went I went an entire week without getting a session. Like, and over the 3.5 years that I've been doing it,
You never went a week without?
I don't think I've ever went a week without.
That's good. It's part of your life now.
It is. And you build relationships. You build relationships with the trainers. And that's why, just like in any industry, people come and go. When a trainer leaves for another job or moves, we recently had one
Ron.
that he moved to North Carolina to join a rugby team. he really wasn't even there that long, but it was sad. And
I
you're
know.
like, oh man, we're used to you now,
But he said he's going to come back.
I hope he does.
Well, I hope he gets famous and doesn't have to come back.
He can come back and sign autographs out front.
We've just been so lucky with the trainers. Aren't they fantastic?
They're great. They're so
Just
great.
make it so much more fun.
With the aspect of women, and I think that's the advantage of having you here today, because I can't really speak for women when it comes to Mandu, and I try to make sure people, and you hear it during when I'm talking about you guys. I don't want people to get fooled by the name, because the name has got man in it, and we're talking about workout, we're talking about muscle and stuff like that. It can easily get confused to think this is
For
just
men.
something for the guys,
Right.
and it's not. From a women's perspective, say even right now in the lead up to summer, what do you think most women would be most excited about after they go try out Mandu? Like when they walk away from that first session, what do you think they're going to be like? This is what I love.
It's kind of confusing the first time you go there.
Mm.
I think it took me a couple times to kind of get relaxed because it's different,
Yeah.
the water and all of it, but it's quick. But I just wanted to be toned. I think everybody, it's swimsuit weather almost.
Mhm.
And I know John Bird is trying to get toned up.
I'm
for his
trying
swimsuit.
hard.
Did you see him in his Speedo when we
No.
went to Tampa?
No.
No,
Oh.
don't tell. No.
I'll have
Let
to
me
show
get
you that.
a few more Mandu sessions in me. I got one tomorrow.
He basically, I mean, you could probably work out in your Speedo. It's like a wrestling onesie.
I
thought
am
he looked
not
great.
going to traumatize Grace or any of the other ones, okay?
So you're starting back for sure?
Yeah, I started back Tuesday.
You're
Yeah.
dedicated?
Tuesday to Friday. And then what I want to do is go about a month with 2 and then move it up to 3.
Okay.
And then 7 days a week. No, I know you can't do 7 days a week, but I want to get back up to 3. Maybe Andrew and I work
It was
together.
everybody at Mandu was excited he was back.
I'm glad you're coming back. Good for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Then,
he's,
then y'all can start doing arm wrestling and stuff.
That's right. I think he likes to leg wrestle. You see people leg wrestling where you lay on your back and you
And
pick
kick
your
your
leg
leg
up?
over?
Yeah, I can take anybody down. I'll take anybody.
I don't know. It seems kind of weird. I don't
You
know.
might have to lay off the 17 deviled eggs.
That's true.
Oh, no.
What did- as a-
Okay. Yeah.
As an owner of Mandu, what would you say to somebody that eats 17 deviled eggs?
He needs to do Mandu, but you do have to watch what you eat. You can still
Yes.
eat fun stuff, but maybe not 17.
That's a lot of protein, though,
I had-
right?
Was that for real?
That was for real.
Oh my!
But but let me tell you, last night I had salmon in the air fryer, and then I had asparagus in the air fryer with a little bit of Asiago cheese on top. That was my meal.
What's
How-
this?
how many?
What's this change? And what's going on? What you just,
Easter.
Traumatized from
Yeah.
17 deviled eggs.
Yeah, that was a wake up call.
I'm like, did Trish make all those?
Well, no, actually, it was different members of my family because we went to 2 different family Easters. So you had one side, like the Mclain side, and then you had kind of my mom's side of the family. And so it was different types of deviled eggs. But he was just, and I knew what was going to happen because when we went to the first one, he got in there and, with my family, they will continue until you fix your plate. They'll keep saying, get a plate, go get something to eat, go get something to eat. And they only had to say it to John Bird one time. He gets in there, and he comes and sits us down with his plate, and I see how much is on it, and I'm like, that's not good because we got another stop to make. And he just mows it down. They're like, John Bird, get you some dessert. And I'm like,
You mean
"Oh, no."
mowed it down, as in past tense. Had my protein this morning, 56 grams a day. That's me now.
Okay.
All right.
It's a new him.
It's the new John
A
Bird.
new bird.
I want to fit in all my clothes. I bought a few years ago. I bought like a size I wanted to be. They're still new. They're still in fashion though. So I'm
you
going to
sure
get
about
down to
that?
that. Yeah,
I want
really.
to have Trish look at that.
Yeah. We'll get you in that one day, John Bird. Don't you worry. But yeah, for men and women, I think is the big part, and the age. The age doesn't matter. I mean, you got to be 18, obviously. But I've seen people that are in their early 20s, and we've seen people in their 90s, literally at Mandu getting workouts in. And for some, I think, tell me if I'm correct, but I think some people have been given advice from their doctors to say, hey, Mandu would be something that would help you with kind of a physical therapy thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not medical advice, but
Right.
it's just to say this stuff would help you with your knee problem, or if you've got a bad back. Me in particular, I've got a bad back. I got 2 ruptured discs in my lower back.
Has Bandu helped that?
Done wonders.
Same here.
One big thing is getting weight off.
Yep.
But also building up that muscle back there.
Yep.
It's huge. I mean, even now, if I start having back pain, I'll grab my little portable TENS unit and throw it on, and because I know that it's similar to Mandu, that's what works.
It does make you feel good. We had to stop doing it during COVID for a few weeks, and I just noticed all my aches and pains came back. I was like, wow, I don't even realize how good I felt before until you don't do it. But you've never gone a week without doing it, but you go right back to where you were. So
yeah,
it's part of our lives now. Women come in, get ready for swimsuit weather, get toned up, and you can focus on, what's your focus area right now? I've been doing core.
I think we have been doing.
Are you doing arms?
We were doing upper body stuff yesterday, and she had me with a 25-pound kettlebell.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, Grace, come on.
Right? And then she cranks you up.
And then she turns me all the way up.
And I'll say, Grace, I can't do that. And she's like, Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And that's another thing, is they're so good at motivating.
They're so good at it.
They give you, they're there for you, and they're there to make sure you're comfortable, and they never push you too far or into something.
Push.
But they will. They'll say, hey, I believe in you. I believe you can do this. And they will get you to a point where you're doing stuff you really thought you couldn't.
Like a burpee?
Yeah, like burpee, push-ups, back
Planks.
before Mandu. I couldn't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now I can get down. I mean, I might not be able to do 100 of them, but I can do, like, real big boy push-ups.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's crazy.
I know.
And I think one of my goals is, and I haven't really tried it as of late, but one thing I've never been able to do is a pull-up. Because, I don't know. I
guess we don't have anything in there. Don't give Grace any ideas.
No, I haven't told her that yet. But for me, on the inside, I thought maybe one day I'm going to be able
to.
And I need to practice it first.
Where would you go to practice that?
I don't know.
Monkey bars in a park?
The door frame. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll figure out something.
Don't trust those things.
Do one in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang from one of the TVs,
Yeah,
maybe.
there you go.
But even though I'm not there yet, I am closer to being able to do something like that than I ever have been in my entire life.
Right.
I mean, I am in the best shape that I have ever, because I've always been somebody that's not really paid that much attention to health or working out. I've had stints like everybody else where you commit
Lost
for
weight.
maybe 6 weeks at the most, and you lose some weight and you feel good, and then life gets in the way. And I think that's the biggest roadblock for people is things happen in life that ultimately cause you to say, well, I can't do that. I'm just going to put it on pause, and then you never go back to it. And with Mandu, that's rarely ever the case because it's 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
It's barely, a blip in your day.
Sometimes it goes so you're like, am I done? I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah, it's
because
that.
we're talking usually. I like to go in there when you're working out because you can talk and
That's the best part.
Make
It's
it go
yapping all
fast.
the time. It goes by fast.
Come on in.
Let me take a break real quick. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll give everybody the info that they need in order to get their free session and find out what Mandu's all about in 3 different locations. All that info coming up on the other side. Hang tight. All right, here we go. Back at it. The Line Talk 99.5. My friend Jolie in studio from Mandu and Homewood. But there's 3 locations. Homewood, which is where we go. You've got Huntsville, and you got the brand new Mandu in Tuscaloosa. And you're able to, if you say you sign up in Homewood, but maybe you work in Tuscaloosa,
Or you go to Nashville.
Anywhere, you can get your workout wherever you're at, whatever the closest Mandu is. I think that's fantastic, by the way. Because
Tuscaloosa's really taken off like crazy.
I really, and I told Randy the same thing. I said I really want to come down there and see that studio, because as of now, Homewood Mandu's the only Mandu I know.
You got to go.
Which
see
is the Mandu I love. That's always going to be home. But I want to visit.
The Homewood one has your heart.
It does. It does. It's where I started. It's what changed my life and everything else. So if people, and everybody hears me talk about it all the time, people want to get a free session. And we mean this. It's free. There's no strings attached. There's no obligation. You're just trying it out. You go up. You fill out the paperwork. And the trainer walks you through it. Putting you on the in-body machine to check your weight and all that kind of stuff, and then
helps you suit up.
You get your workout in, and then you know.
You're done.
So
minutes.
If they want to get in touch with you guys, 205-848. No, hold on, I forgot what the number was. See, I told you were bragging on me about how good I am with the...
you could go to mandu.com.
Mandu.com. That's what I'm looking at right now. I can't believe... Ooh, John Bird, why do I forget the number? 823. I don't even want to try it.
Oh my gosh! You know what? You're
so
fired.
Embarrassing. Jolie, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks, Andrew.
You and Paul are the best. Mandu.com.
We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
That's it. MANDUU.com. You'll go get your free session. You're gonna love it. More of the Line coming up right after this. Y'all hang tight. 205-545-9950 if you want to get in. Thank you so much to Joe Lee for stopping by. And, I testimonial-wise, y'all hear it from me. Y'all hear it from John Bird. We got other guys in the building that do it as well, from Damien to Landrum.
Landrum does it, yeah.
Even Leland and AJ have been up there. Who else? I feel like there's a couple more people up here that do some man-do. But I'm telling you, man, man-do is where it's at. Look at that. Look at that flex right there. Ready? Boom, boom, boom.
You just wait, mister. You just wait. My flexing's coming.
It's coming. It's a-coming. So, anyway, we're back live on TikTok. I didn't, for Jolie, even though she's been in TV and all that, I didn't want to, have a million cameras going and make her feel uncomfortable. So I ended the TikTok, and now it's back up at Andrew Mclain, who, if you want to join us. By the way, that phone number, so how embarrassing was it that I just had a brain fart on the phone number?
Andrew, I'm so glad I was on this side of the glass.
It was so embarrassing. 205-438-6003. You got to remember, I've got all these numbers going through my head, and for the most part, I've got them memorized, but I get them confused sometimes if I'm trying to just do it off memory. But 205-438-6003, that's for the Birmingham location. Actually, it's Homewood. There's a Huntsville location and a Tuscaloosa location, all of which, again, mandu.com, MANDUU.com.
You know what? I've got an idea, okay? Late spring, here's what we do. Everybody from Talk 99.5 that does man-do will work out like a workout routine.
Yeah.
And we'll pose. So what we'll do is maybe at, Veterans Park in Hoover or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll sell tickets, and then we'll all do, our muscle posing. What do you think?
Like a bodybuilding?
Yeah, but it's not a competition. It's for everybody, that can enjoy it. And then we'll have Jolene and Paul out there, and they'll sign people up.
You have a lot of ideas rolling around in your head.
I do.
Most of them are good. Most of them.
And yeah.
That's a good idea as well.
I think so.
Dixter says, Andrew, ask her if she's been to the Big Tex restaurant. And where is it located? Hey, have you ever been to this restaurant? Also, do you know where it's at? Can you give me the info? He says, the Big Tex restaurant, and where is it located in Homewood? Where is the maybe he means where's the Mandu located? The Mandu is at 2825 18th Street South. So if you know where one of the main streets in Homewood is.
That little downtown area, really cute.
That's right. It's the shoe stores over there. What is it, Mama Goldberg's?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? There's a Mama Goldberg's. And it's like literally 2 doors down from Mama Goldberg's. It's those different shops and stuff right there in Homewood. But again, just quick Google, mandu.com, easy to find. Y'all can hook that up. Lee says, God, man, I wish the text line wasn't so crappy. I know I always complain about this, but it literally gives me headaches. Do you have that kind of problem?
No,
I
never
never have to refresh it or anything.
Sometimes I do. Like if I haven't been there in a while, I'll go there and refresh. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say I couldn't remember anybody's name, but there were 3 people that were at Mandu that knew who I was and knew who we were.
Oh, I have listeners all the time say hi to me, and they're like, "You're the reason I'm here." I had one lady yesterday who said, "Hey, Andrew, I just want you to know I love your show, and you are the reason I'm here at Mandu." So, and the fact that people are, going and signing up tells you all you need to know. Well, obviously, it's working. I'm not blowing smoke up your rear end. Lee says, I may have missed this if said already, but are there plans for a location Central and South Alabama? Not that I know of, but
I guess Tuscaloosa is far south as they are right
yeah,
now, right?
Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Huntsville are currently your only Alabama locations. But you never know. I mean, anything could happen. They could decide to open another one. There is, I can't tell you how many people have told me they want a Coleman Mandu, and I honestly I think Coleman would be a good spot, but there's a lot of factors that play into opening an entire business that you got to go through. So who knows what is in store for the future. Ryan says, come to Jasper. I guess Coleman would probably help the Jasper people, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one says, Michelle says, hey, Andrew, will Mandu considering opening one south of the Pelham Alabaster area? Oh, there's another one. People want some. But, I mean, if you're in Pelham and Alabaster, Homewood is worth the drive. I guarantee. Tim says, we need one in East Alabama, like in Oxford or Anniston. If they had Tuscaloosa, Homewood, Huntsville, and then one out in Oxford, you'd have it locked in. You'd have pretty much half the state covered.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Tony says Moody. Nah, the Homewood's, I mean, if you're in Moody, Homewood is Homewood's easy peasy. Let's see. Montgomery and Mobile says Will. Vicky says come to Coleman. Michelle says amen on a location in Coleman. Yeah, I can't tell you how many people text me and talk about Coleman. Give me a Coleman location. So, again, who knows? But here's all that I'm worried about you doing right now is going and trying it out. Go to manduu.com, MANDUU.com, and I will show y'all right now what that website looks like. Here we go. Let me unplug this. Y'all watching on YouTube and TikTok? And actually, it gives you a little kind of, you can see the video in the background, and it shows you people doing the Mandu. You put that little suit on. Do little workouts.
Yeah, and I love their new suits. See, I haven't tried their new suits where you don't have to wear a top and
Oh, wow. It's
a
been
bottom.
that long.
It's so much easier.
Yeah, used to, there would be a top part, which was a vest, and then a bottom part that kind of wrapped around your waist and your thighs because you have sensors on your thighs, on your sides, your abdomen, your lower back, your upper back, your chest, your arms. Now it's just one suit where you put the vest on, kind of hangs down in the back with two straps that go around your thighs. But the trainer puts it all on you. Like, you don't even have to worry about trying to suit yourself up. They suit you up and plug you in, and you get to work, man. It changes your life. I mean, again, it may sound to people like I'm just talking, hey, go try Mandu because I said so. But I'm dead serious about it. John Bird's not going to be wasting his time at Mandu if it didn't work.
Mm-mm.
He's an important guy. He's got stuff to do.
Yeah, man, 2026 from a year, I let too much of it go by already. It's time to just kick it into gear, baby.
He went all in 2025 without Mandu in his life. You see what it did to him.
Yeah.
It ruined him.
It didn't help.
It made him less of a man. He's probably got low T now because of that. But it does. It builds up you're not just your muscle and helps you with weight loss, but it builds up your confidence. I mean, it literally changes your entire mindset. So y'all hook that on up. Get you some Mandu. I mentioned at the end of last hour this criminal investigation after an American woman fell overboard in the Bahamas. Have you heard that yet, that story?
Oh, yeah.
So authorities are searching for Lynette Hooker, 55 years old, after she went overboard late Saturday night while she was on a dinghy. Is it called a dinghy boat with her husband? Dinghy?
Yeah, dinghy, D-I-N-G-Y, dinghy.
It's D-I-N-G-H-Y.
Oh, H-Y? Oh, that's a dinghy.
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 So a dinghy boat, Brian said his wife fell from the boat late Saturday night during inclement weather and rough seas. Earlier Wednesday, Lynette Hooker's daughter shared a voicemail her stepfather left after her mother disappeared. He did not sound distressed or upset. He said, I found a flotation device that I threw to mom after she went overboard. Blah, blah, blah. Do you want to hear this voicemail?
Yes, please.
Let me send it to you
Send
real
to me,
quick. Let's see if I can. Boom, boom, boom. I'll have to email it to you real quick.
Yeah.
Because oh gosh, I got to do this the hard way because TikTok is currently being used for my deal. But yeah, just listen to his tone and his demeanor as he explains, like, oh yeah, she just kind of she fell overboard and I tried to save her. NBC said earlier Wednesday, an official with the U.S. Coast Guard said the military branch opened a criminal investigation. They declined further comment about the disappearance. Police force said a 59-year-old American man was being questioned after being taken into custody shortly after 7 p.m. In Marsh Harbor. The police force did not identify the man in its news release, nor did it name Lynette Hooker, but provided details about the case. They aligned with information about her disappearance. So apparently what has happened is they have, days later, have now taken the husband into custody in order to question him. I don't know if he's still in custody now, but they brought him in because it seems they suspect foul play. This is the voicemail that he sent to the woman's daughter, which will be his stepdaughter. I think they've been married like 25 years, by the way. So this stepdad was probably a pretty big presence in this girl's life. But listen to this voicemail.
Hello, honey. I just got a call from Booktown Search and Rescue, and I found a flotation device that I threw to mom when she fell overboard, and so they haven't found her yet, but they can now focus all of their efforts in a smaller area, and they're still out there searching today. So I just wanted to update you and let you know. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Think he's guilty?
Absolutely. I mean, is this the first time he's telling her, or?
No. I mean, it's known at that point, but he was just providing an update. She was asked in an interview, the daughter was asked about their relationship, and she said it was rocky. She said they actually split up recently and then got back together, but I don't know. It just seems bizarre that I don't know. I mean, if my wife goes overboard, I'm going with her. Like, I'm going to be out in the water.
Absolutely.
Trying to get her one way or another. But instead, it seemed that he just kind of continued on with the trip until they got to their destination, which was, what was the name of it was in the Bahamas. They were going from Hopetown to Elbow Key, which is, a stretch from one island to another. They departed at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. And then she fell overboard and was swept away, according to him. And he arrived at the shore around 4 a.m. the next morning. So she was swept overboard in the middle of the night. And I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to judge people, but it sure seemed like he didn't have much emotion at all, not even a little bit.
No. Well, we'll see how that plays out. That's, again, it's kind of a side story, but I think it's going to be a bigger story in the coming days. So we'll keep our eye on that and much more. 205-545-9950. That's 545-9950. Ernest Financial bringing you this part of the show. RetireWithErnest.com. 45 years in business doing this very thing. Securing retirements and making sure your money stays safe. Your money that you've worked for your entire life belongs to you. So listen to me. If you are 55 or older and you've got over $50K in your retirement, This is a call you must make. Why? One, because it doesn't cost you anything, but two, the way the markets are and the way the news goes and global conflicts and everything else, you don't know what's going to happen to your money. It could just up and disappear, or large chunks of it could end up disappearing with the market, and that doesn't have to happen. You don't have to just be like, well, that's life. You can call David Ernest or Ernest Financial, and they put a plan in place that secures your retirement, puts a floor under it, and makes sure the only direction it goes is up. So again, 55 or older, got over 50K, whether it's a little bit or a lot of bit, over 50K, call David Ernest and let him get to work for you. They don't get any fees from you. They get them elsewhere. So it's no skin off your back. Cause it 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-7233. Online, retirewithernest.com. Two zero 9950 545-9950. Curtis texted in. He says somebody needs to step up with a new Mandu. He says it completely changed my life. Long story, different day. And that story, so many people have that story. Not to continue on about Mandu, but I'm just telling y'all how how important it is, or it will be to you, if you in fact go out and give it a shot. Again, even if you don't think it's going to be for you, it's a free session. It's going to be, I mean, with your first session, because they're going to explain it to you and everything, 30, maybe 45 minutes tops for them to explain, get you suited up, get your workout in, and then head out the door. You don't have to make a decision that day. You can go home and you can think about it. But one thing I do notice is people that come in there and they sign up and they start doing it, it's not long before their spouse joins in, because their spouse starts to see those results and they're like, dang, bro, that actually works. And next thing you know, they're open to cut. All right, one more story, then I'm going to get into some Iran stuff when we get back on the other side, or at least military stuff. Michael Avenatti. Does everybody remember Michael Avenatti? That was Stormy Daniels' creepy lawyer, the creepy porn lawyer. Everybody remember him? It's a real sleazebag. Well, he's been in prison, and I actually forgot that Avenatti ended up in prison. And now he's out. Somebody needs to call Brian Stelter and the rest of the crew at CNN, because they're his biggest fans. And it's kind of, honestly, I was thinking about it, it's kind of amazing that he hasn't already been featured in an interview with CNN. It's amazing that he hasn't been hired to host his own show. It's also stunning to think that before he was brought down by his own corruption, liberals on cable news were promoting this guy as a potential candidate for president. If you go back and listen to some of the things that people were saying on TV, I mean, these are people that take themselves seriously. Saying about Michael Avenatti on TV.
You know what? I owe Michael Avenatti an apology. For the last couple of weeks, I've been saying, enough already, Michael. I've seen you everywhere. What do you have left to say? I was wrong, brother. You have a lot to say. The Democrats could learn something for you. You are messing with Trump a lot more than they are.
With Avenatti, who has done, fascinating legal job and political job here at the same time, since he's taken on the Stormy Daniels case and has had some success and failure in the courtroom, but had a tremendous amount of success in the public sphere.
Lately, to me, you're like the Holy Spirit. You are.
But he has a bigger calling here. That being a lawyer is minimal compared to what he's doing.
The priesthood?
Whatever. He's out there saving the country.
Rudy Giuliani did something today that Donald Trump has not dared to do. Rudy Giuliani insulted Michael Avenatti.
Michael Avenatti's a beast.
Okay, that's true.
And
he's a beast.
He's a beast, and he keeps popping Donald Trump and all of his folks in the mouth repeatedly.
He's like the Holy Spirit? Creepy porn lawyer Michael Avenatti?
Good.
That's crazy. And so, as we knew he was a scumbag, he turned out to be a verified scumbag back in 2022 when he was convicted and sentenced to 48 months in prison for stealing close to $300,000 in proceeds from Stormy Daniels. Remember, they did this whole big Stormy Daniels thing and the payoff, and you had Michael Cohen that was involved, and the HELOC loan and everything else, and it was a witch hunt to get after Donald Trump. And instead of getting Donald Trump, other people went to jail, including some of the perpetrators of this scam, Michael Avenatti being one of them. At the time of his sentencing, Avenatti was already serving a 30-month sentence for threatening to extort $25 million from Nike. Do y'all remember that? He was also sentenced in December of 22 to 14 years in prison for stealing from 4 of his clients. One of those clients was a paraplegic. Like, I don't know that it gets any more scummy than Michael Avenatti. Like, he was representing people in high-profile cases, and he was stealing from them. And the mainstream media, the people, most of which that you heard on that clip, they all still have jobs today. It's amazing. Every single one of them should be disqualified from ever being able to broadcast any of their opinions, yet they're all still working. They thought he should run for president. and that he was going to be the one to take down Donald Trump. And he ends up going to prison. Anyway, he has now been moved. This is why he's back on the news in the first place. Moved from federal prison to a halfway house in California. So he's out of prison and in a halfway house. Boy, what a fall from grace that was. Couldn't happen to a better guy. But I fully expect Michael Avenatti will find his way back into prison.